having our first Justice and Peace Committee meeting. There's a new group has formed here, and they're trying to set up these committees in each of the parishes to deal with questions like constitutional reform and that kind of thing, but I'm more interested here in the local level. Just what are they going to do, like even in regard to various issues of corruption and that are local. Can they begin to be of help to people who are struggling with injustices right here, eh? Like I know many people talk about just questions like in most institutions, most offices, you have to bribe to get anything done, eh? Well, that's even true here up here at the chief's office here in the area. People, when they go and they need forms signed by him, his stamp on it and stuff, or they have to give him something now. And he's already got a salary, eh? He has a salary for his job, his position. But no, it's enhanced always by expecting bribes to get anything done from him. Eh? So, I mean, those are things that I'm going to bring up with people and just see how do they feel about that. Do they feel that that's justified? You know, I know it's so prevalent in the country that everybody just expects it. But people still, if they can't afford to pay these bribes, then they can't get the job of the work done that they're supposed to be able to have done by their chief, eh? Say, for example. So I'm going to raise that issue and just see other ways that we could maybe, speak with the chief and his deputy, with his assistant chief, and begin to say, listen, this is not, acceptable. That you are in a paid position, and you have a responsibility to use your office to assist people. Right? So, and then try to put some pressure on him to be able to allow people to have the services that they're supposed to get. So we see what happens, but that's everywhere. It's everywhere, but you have to start somewhere, right, to see if you can make any changes, eh? So, that's what I'd like to see is this group, committed enough to speak out against that kind of thing, because it could bring ramifications back on them. Maybe these guys have some power, and if you start rattling their chains, you could be in trouble. Eh? So one of them is a Catholic. The assistant chief is a Catholic. So I wouldn't mind, I think you need to, even from the point of view of his own Catholic faith, it seems that most people are able, whether they're police or whatever office they hold, whether they're Catholic or not, or Christian, that doesn't affect the way they deal with this whole question of bribes. They seem to accept that that's part of the way of the land. It's part of the culture that you're living in. It's just part of your wage, really. It's the way that most of them look at it, I think, So it becomes difficult for them, I think, to separate to bring their faith life or that dimension of justice into their actual work day and into their life, eh? Okay. So, let's see what happens. I'm going to bring that up on Friday and just say, what is this? What do we feel this Justice and Peace Committee is about? To become an active kind of force, to begin to look at some of those issues at a local level, or try to get the church people behind us, and if they need sort of a major kind of support to change something, well, we'll see if the group would be committed enough to risk that, eh? Because it would be a risk. You'd be standing against that of the powers that be, eh? So it's just a danger for people, because they may not get, later on, they may not get documents signed for them that they need signed in regard to land or their children's education or whatever, eh? So it's hard.